I'm going to eat the bread. And that's exactly what she did. Okay? Now, what I want to do is I want you to see if you can remember all the things the little red hen did by herself. Can you remember some of the things that she did? What did she do with the wheat? What do you have to do to wheat?
She watered it.
She watered it. So I'll put water wheat. What else did she do?
She had to thresh.
What did she ask all the little animals first? She didn't ask them to help her water it, did she?
No.
No? Okay, let's see. Let's figure out what she asked all of the animals to do. What she asked them to do and they said no.
To help her carry it.
Carry it to the, do you remember where she had to carry it to? Take the grain to the mill. What else did she have them do?
Plant the seed.
Plant it. What else did she have them do?
Turn it into
What else?
dough.
Okay, make dough. She asked him to make dough. What else did she ask him to do?
Thresh it.
Thresh it. And you remember what thresh means?
To crush it up.
To crush it up. Okay, she asked him to thresh the wheat. Okay, what else do you have to do to the wheat? She asked him, after it was planted, what do you have to do?
You have to water it.
We have to water it, but she didn't ask her friends to help her water it. What'd she ask them to do? What do our farmers do with wheat in the summer?
Cut it.
They cut it, okay? So she asked them to help her cut it too, didn't she?
Yes.
Yep.
Cut the wheat. What else did she ask him to do?
Eat it.
Okay. She asked him to eat it with her.
But then she said no.
Right, and she did. Okay, eat the bread. But she told him no, didn't she?
Yes.
Okay, what else? Okay, how did she get to here?
Because.
What else did she ask him to do? After
Help
she
her
made it
bake
into
it.
dough, right, she had to have him help her bake it. Bake the bread. Okay, now, let's decide how we're going to put this in order. Because she's not going to cut the wheat before she plants it, is she? She's got to plant it first.
Yes.
Okay, so we know the first thing we're going to do is we're going to plant the wheat, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to plant.
Then.
Okay, then what are we going to do? After the wheat grows up, we're going to plant it, then we're going to do what with it? What else would we do?
Cut it.
We're going to have to cut it. Very good. Okay, so now we've planted the wheat, we've cut the wheat. What else can we do? What else do we do after we cut it? We have the wheat now, what are we going to do with it?
Thresh it.
Thresh it. And that means what?
To
Crush it up.
Crush it up. So now we've got it all ground up. So now what are we going to do with it? What are we going to do with our ground up wheat?
take it to the mill.
Take it to the mill. That's right. Okay? After we take it to the mill and they make it into flour for us, what can we do with it next?
Make dough.
Make dough. Okay, very good. Okay, now, after we've made dough, what are we going to do?
Bake it.
Bake it. Okay, and after we bake the bread, then what do we get to do?
Eat it.
Eat it. That's the good part, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so did her friends help her plant it?
No.
Did they help her cut it?
No.
No.
Did they help her thresh it?
No.
Did they help her take it to the mill?
Mm-mm.
Did they help her make it into dough?
No.
Did they help her bake it?
Mm-mm.
Did they want to help her eat the
Yes.
bread? They wanted to help her, but what did Little Red Hen say?
No.
No. She said no. So she ate the bread by herself. Now, I want you to think about something. I want you to think, was that a right thing for the hen to do? Was it right for the hen to tell her friends, no, they couldn't have any bread?
Yes.
No.
Yes? No. Okay, Bethany, you said yes. Why do you think that was okay? Why do you think it was okay that she didn't let her friends, eat the bread?
Because they never helped her.
They didn't help her do any of it, did they?
So
So you think she shouldn't have shared it?
if they helped her, then yeah, then she should have let them eat some of it. But they didn't help her, so she can't let them eat it.
Okay, so you think she did the right thing?
Yes.
Okay, Darian, you thought no, that maybe she should have let them eat it. Why do you think maybe she should have let them eat the bread?
Because she's nice, and it would have been a nice thing to let them eat the bread with her.
That's true. That's true. Okay, so we have two different views. We have a yes and a no. We thought she did it right. But the author decided not to let him eat the bread, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So either way, I think is okay. Some of you think that she should have eaten it, or should have let them eat it, and some of you think she shouldn't have. And that's okay. Okay? What?
I think she should have said at the beginning when she asked them to help her, she should have told them that if they helped her, then she'd let them eat some at the end. But I don't think at the time they realized that they would get to eat it at the end if they helped her. I think they were just
Do you think if they told her at the beginning, if she told her friends at the beginning that
Yes.
if they helped her, they get the bread at the end, that would have been a better thing to
Yeah,
do?
because they
That's
weren't
true.
thinking of themselves.
Right, that's true. That's a good idea. Okay, do you have any other questions about the little red hen?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Did you like the story?
Yes.
Yeah. And I noticed we couldn't tell from the beginning. We didn't know it was going to be a pretend story, did
No.
we?
No.
Not till we read the first page. And then usually those stories will start with once upon a time. And when we read that, then we knew that it was going to be a pretend story.
Yep.
Okay? So you think you can put these in order, the things she did?
Yes.
You're going to plant, then you cut,
Fresh.
then you thresh it, and that means to grind it, right?
Yes.
And then you take it to
To
the
the
mill, you
mill,
make it into dough, you bake it, and then you get
And
your
then
tea.
it's
Now, what's your word today you're going to try to use?
delicious.
Delicious. Somebody's going to try to use the word delicious.
Delicious.
Okay?
Yep.
And we should be able to use the word delicious, and then if you use it, I want you to come tell me that you used it and tell me the sentence that you used it this afternoon.
Okay.
Okay, we'll get ready to go for lunch. I want you to wash your hands and line up, and we'll go eat our delicious lunch.